Howdy do. Karen Adamski here, coming to you from my front porch, and I'd love to spend a few minutes chatting about compassion fatigue. But before we start talking about that, I'd like to share some words from a very wise man by the name of Marcus Valerie Marshall. And he once quoted, "Life is not merely to be alive, but to be well." So, we're alive, but are we well? Life is not merely to be alive, but to be well. Those are such wise words. Every day is different, but balance is key. It's important for us to keep our balance mentally and physically and spiritually. It's important to keep our energy balanced, and it's important to keep our tanks fueled. So every day we get up after resting, right? And we have a nice full tank. We go out into the world and we do our work, we take care of other people, and we go out into the day and we give and give and give and give and give. And throughout our day we're living, and our fuel tank is depleting, just like our car as we drive it. So it's really important that we continue to refuel. Maybe try to keep our tank at a half full, rather than getting to empty. And so sometimes that means that during the middle of the day, we need to take moments to refuel ourselves, because we don't want to get to that point where we're running on empty and we don't have anything left to give, because that can lead to compassion fatigue. If you are a caregiver of any sort, you're probably somewhat familiar with compassion fatigue on some level. If you're somebody who is in the medical field, if you're a nurse or a doctor or a caregiver, if you are a mother, a father, a grandparent, a caregiver, social worker, if you are caring for elderly parents, if you are a compassionate and empathetic person, you have probably experienced some sort of compassion fatigue. And compassion fatigue is more than just being overworked or burnt out. Being burnt out, we might be able to take a vacation for a week or two to Hawaii and recharge and come back and be like, okay, I'm motivated, let's get back into it, and feel okay going back out into the world. Compassion fatigue is a little bit different, where you can go on that same vacation to Hawaii and rest and come back and jump right back into it, but you're going to be jumping right back into the same boat that you left. So you might wake up feeling tired after vacation. You might not have that motivation. You might be like, ugh, another day. Here we go. Takes everything I've got. Let's just keep going. Head down, just keep going. That is more in the zone of compassion fatigue. And it's a threat to your well-being. It's a threat to your mental health. It's a threat to your relationships. It's a threat to your career. So whether or not you're familiar with compassion fatigue, or you just simply want to avoid it, it's important for us to keep tabs on ourselves and really kind of check ourselves before we wreck ourselves. It's literally the equivalent of that, we always hear about that, taking that oxygen mask down in an emergency on an airplane. Put your mask on first before you help others. We need to do that within life. We need to take care of ourselves. Compassion fatigue can be at the heart of your work, and it's for sure at the heart of you. And excessive demands on your empathy can deplete you. They can leave you worn down and numb, unmotivated, dreading your next day on the job or your next day in general, and leave you with a feeling that you wish you could stop, a feeling of drowning in the suffering and the trauma of others. Does any of this sound familiar? It's important for us to take care of ourselves every day. Whether we're feeling compassion fatigue, whether we're feeling general burnout, or even when we're feeling at our peak and we're feeling fabulous and having the best day ever, it's still so important to take time out for yourself and reground. So how do you do that? It doesn't take a lot of time, but it's important for you to make time for yourself to do things that fuel yourself. And that might just be a basic meditation, might be a walk, some kind of exercise, whatever it is that you enjoy, getting your body moving, art, creativity, writing, getting out into nature, stillness, intentional stillness, just taking a minute. Maybe when you're on the toilet, just take a minute to meditate for a couple minutes. Maybe stay on the toilet a couple minutes longer. Wherever you can grab those times, grab them and refuel yourself. Keep yourself more than at a half tank. All right, today I would like to share 3 basic meditations that you can do on your own after I share them with you. And these are meditations that will keep you away from that compassion fatigue, will keep that compassion fatigue away from you. These are fueling meditations for you, and they're ones that will help you with kindness. They'll help you with compassion, and we want to cultivate that, right? We don't want to feel numb to those things. We want to be healthy in those areas. All right, so 3 meditations here. I'm going to make them kind of like sample meditations, so you can kind of get a feel for it and then take it and go on your own. I'm going to guide you through a loving kindness meditation, also known as metta meditation. And then I'm going to guide you through a sample of a self-compassion meditation. And the third meditation that I'll be sharing with you today is called a TONGLEN meditation. And this is a give and take meditation. So 3 samples coming up. I encourage you to try all 3 and see what fits, see what feels good. And then take these meditations and use them every day throughout your day. All right, so find yourself a place where you can get comfortable, a place where you're not going to fall asleep. We want to pay attention here, but we want you to be nice and relaxed and comfortable, uninterrupted and safe. So go do that, get yourself comfy, pause the video, and then I'll be right here waiting for you. Okay, sample number 1 is a loving kindness meditation, also known as metta meditation within Buddhism. And this is a simple practice of offering compassion and kindness to ourselves first, and then to a loved one, somebody who's near and dear to us, and then to somebody outside of our circle, to the general community, to a stranger, or perhaps to somebody who makes our days frustrating. So it's a radiating out type of meditation. All right, so close your eyes or soften your gaze, and I'm going to talk you through this easy meditation. And let's begin by settling into our comfortable position, a position that allows you to be alert yet relaxed. And take a few deep breaths to settle your mind and to ground yourself. Next, repeat the following phrases in your mind. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be free from suffering. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be free from suffering. As you say each phrase in your mind, see if you can imagine breathing warmth and compassion into your heart space, and then breathing out warmth and compassion toward yourself, through yourself, letting that compassion run through and around your body. Repeating those phrases. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be free from suffering. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be free from suffering. Next, direct those phrases to someone who is dear to you, saying, may you be happy. May you be peaceful. May you be free from suffering. And repeat these phrases over and over in your mind, imagining that loving, warm energy expanding to your loved one. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. May you be free from suffering. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. May you be free from suffering. Finally, pick a person or a group of people that you don't know well. Perhaps it's someone who is in your community. Perhaps it's somebody who frustrates you. And again, repeating the phrases for this person or this group. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. May you be free from suffering. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. May you be free from suffering. All right, good job. The next meditation that I'd like to share with you is called a self-compassion meditation. And self-compassion meditation is really having compassion for yourself. One thing in our culture these days that people often struggle with is self-compassion. So it's something that we want to practice on a regular basis so that it becomes second nature, so that it becomes a pattern. And we'll find that we get stronger and stronger with that, and we can just continue to build and then have more compassion for others as well as ourselves, because we're becoming stronger. But it starts with us. We need to start with self-compassion. In this meditation, we're going to be practicing compassion to ourselves, but then also sharing and expanding that compassion and kindness with another person via visualization. Okay? So, get comfortable again. Once again, tap into our breathing, soften your gaze. Find yourself a comfortable position that allows you to be alert, but also relaxed. Take a few deep breaths to settle your mind and to ground yourself. Next, repeat the following phrases in your mind. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be free from suffering. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be free from suffering. As you say each phrase in your mind or out loud, see if you can imagine breathing warmth and compassion into your heart space, and then breathing out warmth and compassion towards yourself, letting compassion run through and around your body. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be free from suffering. Next, direct those same phrases to someone who is dear to you, saying, may you be happy, may you be peaceful, may you be free from suffering. May you be happy, may you be peaceful, may you be free from suffering. Now, direct those same phrases to someone who is dear to you, saying, may you be happy, may you be peaceful, may you be free from suffering. May you be happy, may you be peaceful, may you be free from suffering. And finally, pick a person or a group that you don't know well. Perhaps it's someone who angers or frustrates you. Again, repeating the phrases for this person or this group. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. May you be free from suffering. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. May you be free from suffering. Next, let's extend this love and light and warmth outward even farther with each exhale. With every exhalation, you send compassion and energy farther and farther out to your community, throughout your state, throughout your nation, throughout your continent, and finally to everyone on our planet. Saying silently to everyone, may we all be happy. May we all be peaceful. May we all live with ease. May we all be happy. May we all be peaceful. May we all live with ease. May we all be happy. May we all be peaceful. May we all live with ease. Good job. The third meditation practice that I'd like to share with you today is called TONGLEN meditation. And this is a visualization practice that's used within Tibetan Buddhism. And TONGLEN simply means giving and taking. So this is kind of an interesting one because we're going to really visualize and use our imagination here. But we're going to simply learn how to visualize taking suffering from somebody or something and absorbing it kind of through a filter, absorbing it into us as good energy, and then breathing it out as good energy. So let me show you I've got my little hummingbird here. Hello, tweet, tweet, tweet. I'm going to be your model for today. So say this little guy's suffering, okay? It's like, oh my gosh, he's hurt, and our heart hurts for him, right? So this could be a hummingbird, it could be a squirrel, it could be a human being, it could be a tree, whatever it is. It could be lots of birds, they all want to be heard, I think. But bottom line, we want to be able to inhale the suffering of somebody else or something else with the visualization of it inhaling through a screen, through a filter, a magical filter that takes that suffering and it turns it into golden, beautiful, energetic, magical energy that fuels us. So it's almost like breathing through a filter, breathing through a straw, taking some yucky energy. We're going to visualize that this guy has a cloud, maybe a black or gray cloud all around him because he's suffering. And what I'm going to do in this meditation in my head, I'm going to be looking at that cloud and breathing in that cloud through that screen, that filter. Breathing it into my body, letting it fuel my body, empower my body. And then I send it out to this little guy, send it out to the universe. I'm not absorbing the suffering myself. I'm taking that suffering from him, but turning it into golden light, turning it into white light, spinning it, taking the threads of that suffering and weaving it out into the universe for good, for myself too. All right. So that's kind of what this is about. So I'm sharing that because I don't want you to get worried about inhaling a dark cloud. And if that does bother you, I would suggest giving some thought to another color, perhaps. Maybe the suffering shows up for you in a form of, rainbow pulsing light. And you can inhale that, or maybe it's just a different color, or maybe a different form, but whatever feels good to you and feels safe to you, do that. So it doesn't have to be that cloud. It's just, for me, that's the visualization that I use because it's what works for me. All right, so don't let this practice scare you. It's a good practice. TONGLEN, giving and taking. So let's begin our final sample here. Meditation number 3. Once again, let's begin by finding a comfortable position and allowing yourself to get relaxed. And after taking a few cleansing breaths, follow your breath and settle your mind for a few moments. Bring your mind to a person who is experiencing suffering and imagine them standing in front of you. Imagine their suffering as a dark cloud surrounding them. And between you and this person is an energetic filter, a protective filter that keeps you safe and transforms the dark cloud energy. As you inhale, imagine breathing in the dark cloud. As you breathe it in, the cloud transforms into a bright white light of compassion. And let that settle right into your heart area. And when you exhale, you extend that light of compassion to that person, alleviating their suffering. Continue breathing in the dark cloud of suffering, allowing the cloud to transform into warm, bright light, and directing compassionate warmth to this person as you exhale. And when you're ready, return to the present moment and take a few deep, mindful breaths. Welcome back. All right, good job. And look who's feeling better. Thank you so much for your time today, and good job for taking time to refuel yourself, taking time to learn maybe a new practice that you can add to your routine, your daily routine of self-care. And from here, I encourage you to notice what happens when you include compassion into your daily meditation, or continue to cultivate compassion throughout your days in your own way. Just having that mindfulness can make a big impact. So I encourage you to pay attention to that. And my hope is that these practices will help you bring peace to your day and peace to the days of others during difficult times. Stay balanced, stay refueled. Many blessings to you, my friend. Namaste.